Hello everyone, my name is Ivo and welcome to today's episode of Cooking with the Koyas. We are going to make a quick, simple, and tasty Italian treat, Castagnole di Ricotta, also known as ricotta Zeppole or ricotta fritters. These things come together so quickly, they're great to make, especially with children, because from start to finish it's real quick and they get to enjoy the results right away. So, having said that, let's get started right now. And it takes simple ingredients. What I have here, 135 grams of 00 flour. You could also use cake and pastry flour. You just want a low protein flour. 00 is great. And to that, we're going to add a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Just sprinkle that in. Mix it together. Done. Set that aside. Now, the star of the show, ricotta. If you buy it in the tub, make sure it's drained. You want it nice and dry. So here we have 240 grams of ricotta. So we're just going to put that in the bowl. Beautiful ricotta. I'd love to eat this, but we're going to bake with it today. Okay, so in it goes. To that, we're going to add, I have here 1/3 of a cup of white sugar and 1 large egg. In it goes. And quite simply, just mix everything together. So let's just mix this all together so it's all incorporated. Okay, this has come together quite nicely and is looking nice and smooth. There we go. Okay, now another star of the show, orange zest. We're going to take the zest from 1 orange and add it right to our mixture here with the ricotta and the egg and the sugar. And here's the thing, make sure you take your orange and you scrub it clean because we're directly adding the zest right into our cookies. So you want to make sure that it's very clean. All right, so let's get the zest off of this 1 orange. And of course, you just want the zest. Try to avoid the pith because that's a little bit bitter. You want that beautiful zest. So let's mix that beautiful orange zest in with our ricotta mixture. Okay, and yes, when you think you've mixed enough, just mix a little bit more. Make sure everything is tossed up and evenly spread out. Speaking of mixing, time to add our flour mixture. So just take your flour, add it, and start to mix until all that flour is incorporated. And this now becomes the base for our ricotta Zeppole. Okay. Work this together and work it in. Get it all worked in. Okay, there we have it. Everything is mixed in and incorporated nicely. Our dough is now ready. All right. Perfect. So now, fun part. Again, if you have kids with you, get them involved. Maybe a little bit of flour on the hands. Get some of your dough and just roll them into the size of a meatball, or if you've ever been to Tim Hortons, the size of a Timbit. In fact, with the kids, I called these Italian bits. That's the name I gave it when I was making these with my grandkids. So just take them all, and if they're too sticky, just put a little bit of flour in your hands, right? Take about a tablespoon and make yourself a nice round shape, just like that. Okay, let me work my way through this dough and get all of these done up quite nicely. So we ended up with 16 castagnole. Aren't they nice? Look at that. And in case you're wondering, each one of these castagnole are about 30 to 35 grams per piece. So let's make our way over to the stove. All right. fire up our stove. So here you're going to want to use some oil for frying, peanut oil, vegetable oil, seed oil. I personally like peanut oil, but use whatever frying oil you have that you prefer. And we're going to bring this up to about 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's get this oil heated up. Let's see how our oil is doing. 277, 279, 280. It's coming up nicely. And of course, make sure you have enough oil for deep frying. Okay, another peek. And we are approaching 350. We've got 340 right now, 342, 343. Okay, so we're getting to 350. And we are now going to very gently drop our castagnole into the hot oil. Try not to drop in with your using your hands because you don't want to get splashed or burnt. And the temperature of the oil is very, very important, folks, because if you have it, let's say at over 400, what happens is they get cooked on the outside, but the inside doesn't cook. It cooks too fast because we're going to want these to be a nice golden brown color. So we're going to let these cook. Try to maintain that temperature around 350. I'm sure it's dropped now since we've put those in. Yeah, 338, 337. So it's going to come back up, 340, 342. And we're going to cook these to a nice golden brown color. And as you can see, it's starting to float here as they start to cook. They pop up. Oh yeah, they are coming very nice. There we go. There's our fifth one. You don't want to overcrowd your pot either. And let's get these cooked nicely to a nice golden brown color. And of course you can turn them so they cook all around. Beautiful. How's our temperature doing, folks? 346, 347, 340. That's perfect. That's exactly where we want to be, right around that 350 mark. Okay, these are invaluable, folks. Just invaluable. How about this one needs a turn? Look at that. They are coming really, really nice. So they're not dark enough though. We want to make sure they get cooked on the inside. So let's get them a nice darker golden color. Yeah, just a nice little gentle turn. There we go. Beautiful. Some of them turn on their own. Look at that. Okay, let's get you turned. Nice. Look at that. That one's beautiful right there. Oh, they're coming really good. I'm liking that color right there. We got a nice dark golden color. Beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Absolutely beautiful. Okay. And how quick and easy were these to put together, folks? How quick and easy were these to put together? Look at this one. Okay. And get these out and get some more added so our oil doesn't get too hot. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alrighty, same thing. Whoops. And we're going to add another 5. And let's go through and get these all fried up. And here we have our last batch. Let's turn our oil off. And they are looking really, really good. Look at that beautiful color. That's what you want. A nice, let's call it a dark golden brown. Dark golden brown. Oh yeah, 2 more. 1, and last but not least, beautiful. Okay, oil off the heat. We are going to dress these up. Okay, look at that. Now we're going to take some white powdered sugar and be generous. Be generous. Just like having a beignet in New Orleans. Lots of white powdered sugar. Now you're talking. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Oh my. Oh, this one here, maybe a little more. Okay, let's get these plated. Just take a look at these beauties right here. Look at this. Oh yes, folks, you know what? The taste test, it's coming up. I'm gonna eat them while they're still nice and warm. Let's make our way over to the table. I'm gonna get myself an espresso And we're going to have a nice little taste test right now. Oh yes, I am looking forward to this. Which one do I take? How about this one right here? The taste test, folks. The ricotta and the orange, that zest, what a fantastic combination. And look how light and fluffy and airy they are on the inside. If you could take a look at that. That's where that 00 flour comes in, or the low protein flour. That's the key. Look at this. Absolutely delicious. Tim Hortons Timbits, look out, because these are absolutely delicious. They are so tasty. And you saw how quick and easy that was to come together. Simple ingredients, simple process, so quick and easy to make. Yes, they're enjoyed during holiday season, but don't wait for holidays. You need to make these like right now. Seriously. They are so good. And as far as children go, the kids will absolutely love them. I love them. They are really, really good. Wherever you're tuning in from, folks, you know I always love it when you spend time with me in the kitchen, and I love it more when you make these recipes, and this one is no exception. I want to thank you for joining me on today's episode of Cooking with the Koyas. And as always, folks, until next time, bon appetito and salute. Oh, what a perfect snack. There's only one problem, folks. Yeah, you know it. You can't just eat one. It's impossible. Cooked perfectly, too.